All right, this is the review for your test tomorrow, your partner test. This front page has all exponential equations. And this is the answer. So I figured I'd give you the problem and the answer. Your job today is to practice these and make sure you can solve them and get that answer. So if you have an exponential equation, how do you solve this? What are you going to do with an exponential equation? You're going to write it in what format? Log format. So do you remember how to write this in log format? What is it?
Log, base 17.
Nope.
Or
Base is 3.
17.
B. And then what do you do? You type this in your calculator. Now there's 3 ways to type this in your calculator depending on what you're using. If you're using the Inspire, you can do it right the way it is. If you're using the 83s or the 84s, you're going to do the change of base formula, which is the log of 17 divided by the log of 3. If you are using your calculator on your cell phone, you type it in as 17 log divided by 3 log. Now, you can use your cell phone to do homework, but you can't use your cell phone on a test. So make sure you can type this in, and you got it. 2.5789. Did anyone not get 2.5789?
How many numbers do you want us to write out?
Go to 2 decimal. The directions say 10,000, but just go to 2 decimal places. So
2.57.
on your test, I'm going to have you write 2.58 for this one. Okay, go to the second decimal place. Well, I want all your answers to be the same. But for this worksheet, that's fine. You want to go to 4, match it the way it is, that's fine. That's why they have nearest 10,000, that's the 10,000 spot.
So is our test Thursday?
Your individual test is Thursday. Tomorrow's going to be a partner test. So what's the difference between 2, 3, 4,
No difference.
5, 6, 7, 8? What's the difference?
Nothing.
Just the numbers. Why do you think we have so many of them for you?
They're gonna be on the
To
test.
practice. Practice makes perfect. You want to keep that repetition going. You want to keep practicing. Okay, so now look at why is number 9 different?
Because it has the 6x, like in the exponent.
That's a little different. That
And
isn't
it's
that.
5 times.
It's 5 times. So how do you think you're going to get rid of 5 times? This has got to go. That 5's got to go.
Divide by 5?
Yes, divide by 5. You're going to divide both sides by 5. So you're going to start with, remember this is the answer, hidden there. You've got 18 to the 6x power is equal to, can someone tell me what 26 divided by 5 is? It's 5 point something. 5.2. That's good enough. Now, does this look like 1 through 8? What do you do now?
Put it in the log.
Put it in log form and finish it. So far, so good? Okay, jump down in 11 and 12. I told you to skip 10. What's up with 11 and 12?
Plus 30, so you subtract 30 off each.
Yes, so you got it. So now you're seeing 3 different variations of this, of these log, or these exponential problems. So for 11, you're gonna subtract 3. So you have got 9 to the x plus 10 is equal to 78.
Yeah.
Then what would you do?
Put it in the log.
Put it in log form. Can you read it to me? What would it say in log form?
Say log.
Log of 78 base 9 equals x plus 10.
Yep, and then what would you do?
Solve.
How? No, no minus 10.
In the log, in the calculator, and then distribute.
Yep, thank you, Alex. Type that in your calculator. and then do what? Subtract 10. Now, go to number 10. This is what we were gonna do today, but we ran out of paper. I was going to do these E problems. E is just a number. E is approximately 2.718. It's a number that goes, it's like pi.
I thought E was that continuous thing.
Yeah, it is, it is. It's an irrational number, and I'm gonna type it in my calculator to show you, if I can get this on. If I type in E, there's the E, it's on your calculator, and I'm gonna type to the first, E to the first power. That's what the equivalency of E is. It's approximately 2.718281828. It looks like there's a pattern there, but there's not. Okay? So E is this number. It's like pi. Here's pi. Pi is 3.14. It's a number. So now, E, think of E. E is a number. So now I want you to look at this problem. How do you think you're going to solve this? So instead of E, think if you had 2.718 to the x minus 1 power minus 5, how would you solve this problem?
Add 5.
Add 5. Everyone with me? Now I want you to turn this into a log problem. It'd be the log of 10 base E is equal to x minus 1. Now, see this log base E? This was supposed to be in your notes today. Log base E, I'm just introducing it to you, is a natural log, ln, natural log. Log base E is the same as ln. You have an ln button on your calculator. It's right there, ln. Or use your, can I see your Inspire for a second? And here, it's right.
You gotta hit control.
Yes, you have to hit control. And I'm trying to zoom in. There it is, right there. It's right above the EX button. That's your LN button. You'd have to hit Control LN or Control E to the X. So, new piece of information. Log base E is just LN. So once you translate this, what are we going to rename log base E as? ln 10. So on your calculator, type in ln 10
2.3s.
and then add 1. So ln 10 is 2.3 and then add 1. So it's 3.3. So all you have to know is ln, and that's the only problem that you wouldn't have been able to do. But now you can. I have a whole worksheet of these. That's what we were going to do today, but I don't have the paper. So, go to the back side now. What kind of equations are these? Log. How do you solve? There's 3 different ways to solve these.
Convert it back to,
Well, what's this first one? What are we going to do on this first one? Do you see both these have log base 10? What can I do with these log base 10s?
Cancel each other
Cancel
out.
them. Only if this occurs can you do that. So like, can you tell me, pick out which ones you can cancel on this worksheet?
pretty much all the logs.
3.
Oh, a lot of the logs.
Can you do 2, can you do number 2, cross out the logs?
Yes.
Yeah, how about number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, how about 4?
Yeah.
5? Yeah. But 6 is different. Who said that? Say it again, Alex.
Can't do 6.
You can't do 6. But there's a number in front here. Can you get rid of this 2?
Yes,
What do?
you raise it to the 7.
You could. You mean this to that power? Yep. There's an easier way to do this one.
I thought you moved the 2 to that 7.
You could, no, not to the 7. It's
Oh.
really to this negative 2r.
Okay.
But I have an easier way for you. divide both sides by 2. So you have log base 7 of negative 2r. What is 0 over 2?
0.
0. Now, what do you do on this problem? What?
Rewrite it.
Rewrite it. Now why? Why can't I cross out log base 7? Because there's not another one on the other side to match it. So at this point, your strategy is to rewrite this one. So how would you rewrite it? What do I start with? 7 to what power?
0.
And what's anything to the 0 power?
4.
And now what?
5.
And did we get the same answer that they're saying? We sure did. So go back to problem number 1, because we didn't finish it. That one you can say, we can cross those log base 10s out. And then what do you do? What do you do? You're gonna set this answer,
Equal to 2x.
yes. So you're gonna write 5x is equal to 2x plus 9. Then what?
You just solve.
You set these two equal to each other. So then how do you solve this?
Minus 2x.
And then divide by 3, and you get 3 for an answer. Now go to number 7. What's your game plan on number 7?
Add 10.
Very good. You want to get this by itself. You're going to add 10. And can you tell me what negative 10 plus 10 is?
0. Just crosses off.
It's 0. But we're not done with this problem. I want to know what n is. So what am I going to do? Can I cross log base? Can I cross this out?
No.
Why can't I cross this out?
Because there's not one on the other
There's
side.
not one. Don't start crossing things out. You're going to rewrite this. How do you rewrite this? 3 to the
0 power
3 to the 0 power.
equals n plus 3.
Okay. Yep. Got it.
Then it's 1
1.
equals n plus 3.
Good.
And subtract 3 on each side.
Good.
Equals n.
And what's n?
Negative 2.
And is that the answer?
Yes.
Yes. How do you think you're going to solve number 8?
Divide. minus-
Divide both sides by
2.
Negative 2.
negative 2. Good.
So let's put it back to
Divide by negative 2. How about number 9? Now,
Add 2. Or
Minus.
minus
yeah,
2. That's
yes, you're going to minus 2. Now, if you saw parentheses here, which you don't, how would you have attacked this problem? There's a difference. There's a difference between, and I know it's hard to see this. This problem is different than this. What's different? I want you to compare and contrast. What's different? Do you see something different?
The negative n belongs to the log. The first one.
Do you see a parenthesis here?
Hmm.
Do you see a parenthesis here?
Hmm.
No. This
No.
problem is the same as 2 plus. So you can separate these two. You can subtract 2 here. But you can't subtract 2 here. Because this is all 1. Is that what you were trying to
Wait,
say?
so how do you get rid of this problem?
How do you get rid of it? You mean how do you do the problem?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, I'm showing you. This one you can subtract 2. You were right. You were right. You subtract, first get rid of this negative, this 2 by subtracting 2. So you have the log negative m equals 2. Now rewrite it. How do you rewrite this? What's the base?
10.
10 to the what power?
2,
What is 10 to the 2 power?
1.
100. And then what do? Solve for m.
Divide by -1.
Yep. What's m? Negative 100. What answer did they say it was? Oh. Now, what if there were parentheses around this? What would you have done?
Rewrite it.
Yes, you would rewrite it as if, so if you saw parentheses around that, you would do 10 to the 4th power is equal to negative m plus 2. And 10 to the 4th power is 10,000. It's a 1 with 4 zeros. So you would subtract 2 and then divide by negative 1.
I don't know what to.
So do you see the difference between these two problems? This one has parentheses around this negative m plus 2. This doesn't. This one you can subtract 2. This one you can't. So those grouping symbols are important. They don't just place them wherever for no reason. They are important. If you see a parenthesis, you cannot separate these two until the very, 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 very end when you're solving.
I'm still confused with the parentheses. You did it too fast.
I did it too fast, okay. So if I give you this problem,
Can't see it.
I'm sorry. Negative m plus t equals 4. Versus okay, these are two totally different problems. Although they appear to be the same, they're different because of this parenthesis.
Includes the 2 with the log.
These two, that goes together. These are separate. D'Angelo, do you see it?
Well, I know why it's separate, but I don't know how to solve it.
I just showed you. This one, you can get rid of. Remember when you had a number in front? This is the same as 2. I could bring this 2 out in front here. 2 plus the log of negative m. These two are the same problem. All I did was bring this 2 in front. So how did you get rid of this 2? You were the one that told me what to do.
Subtract it. I know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the bottom part. I don't know.
The bottom one, you're gonna rewrite this as 10 to the 4th power. This one, you have to go right into rewriting it. 10 to the 4th power.
Equals negative m plus 2.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a 1 with 4 zeros. Add, subtract 2. And then divide by negative 1. Even though this was not the problem, I wanted to show you the difference between whether there's parentheses or not. Now, I'll tell you what most books will do. If it's not including this, so as to not trick you, they'll write it. Isn't it a lot clearer? For some reason, you guys see it clearly when that number is in front. When it was in front, you were right away saying subtract 2. But the minute I put it here, you were questioning, do you rewrite it as 10 to the 4th
I
power?
think it's easier.
And I'm telling you that if you don't see parentheses around this, assume that they're separate. You can subtract 2. So if you look at question, if you look at these next ones, these are separate. How are you gonna how are you gonna conquer number 10? What's the deal here? I wanna get rid of this.
Add 6.
What do I do?
Add 6.
Not add 6, it's the same.
-6.
You wanna divide. This is read negative 6 times the log base 3 x minus 3. So to undo a product, you divide. So, this one is x minus 3 base 3 is equal to, what's negative 24? 4. Now what do you do?
3.
3 to the 4th. Now why are you not gonna add 3? Because it's in parentheses. D'Angelo, do you get it? If it's in parentheses, don't separate that x from that negative 3. But if I did not have parentheses around this x minus 3, you could have added 3. There's a difference. So this one you're going to have to write 3 to the 4th power is x minus 3. And 3 to the 4th power is 81 all day long. Add 3, and what's x is 84. So there's your answer. So for the remaining class period, your job is to go through this worksheet and make sure you understand all of these problems. You've got 24 problems. And ask Mr. Duke or myself for any help. We're here to help you guys. Your partner test is when?
Tomorrow.
Okay, good, thank you.